As we know, usually we will get exactly results after interaction with the DOC, and then assert the result match or not match our expected right. Sometimes we will not only assert the return result by DOC, but also we expected the result will be returned at a special time window. For example, we expected the result will be returned during 1 second. If it exceeds 1 second, the assertion will be failed. Jupyter also provided the assertion statement for timeout. In this lecture, we will take a look at it. Okay, let's create a new test method. Test timeout assertion. Okay, with knife annotated by test annotation. We define block query new array block list query string type and 5 capacity. All right. So far as we keep this block query is empty. When we call the or invoke the block query take method will be blocked. Actually, um, current thread were always blocked and blocked forever because we keep the block query is empty. So we use the assertion. Oh, sorry, assert timeout. Okay, and duration of seconds. For example, 2. This is the timeout window with special, and we pass the executable. And here, block query take value. This method will make current execution thread always block due to the block query is empty in our scenario. Right. Let's execute this test case. As you can see, the current test case is always blocked. Will no need no another thread interrupter or no another thread offers some elements inside the block query. So we wanted retain the block statement. We must add another annotation, the named timeout, and set a special the value into the timeout. Okay, value. For example, 5 minutes. Community. The second. Okay. Let's stop this test case execution by menu and re-execution again. Because we set in the timeout 5 seconds, so the block will be um, exit after 5 minutes, as you can see. Yeah. So don't forget add the time annotation. Um, avoid the current thread always block or always running and do not it. Let's think about a question. We expected uh, the test the result will be retained during 2 seconds. How about after um, how about we get the result after 3 seconds and uh, Actually, 3 seconds not exceed 5 seconds. Let's test that. Create the new thread and start it. Inside the thread, sleep seconds, sleep 3. Okay, and then we offered the element, for example, test. Yeah, and we will refactor this and assert equals test. Execution this test method will be field 2, but the field reason is not same this time's execution. Okay, execution and what's the result? As you can see, it's a difference as the previous execution, right? Actually, the current the counter assertion thread is notified by this thread we defined due to offered some element inside the block queue. Okay, so if we sleep sleep a little bit 1 second or re rerun again, and this test case will be successful execution. All right, in this test case, we used timeout annotation and assert statement for timeout scenario. Together, avoid the execution always block. In fact, Jupyter provided another approach for timeout scenario named preemptively. We can write a new test case. Okay, timeout preemptively. Right, we can remove the timeout and also remove the new thread start and other timeouts prove. Okay, execution this test case. We no need to annotate by timeout annotation at all. As you can see, this test case is filled, but were not blocked and will exit after 2 seconds. Okay, um, actually inside the Jupyter, those uh, assertion statement have the different. We can inside the source code and verify that. Inside this source code, assertion timeout and assertion timeout, um, our executable will be wrapped into another functional interface, and inside this test source code, inside it again, and you can see actually um, the through supplier method will be executed, get method will be invoked, and actually is this statement right? Okay, as you can image, if the uh, block is empty, that will be always blocked due to um, this source code execution is the same thread or the unit test execution statement, right? But the timeout preemptively is a different. we can insert the source code and verify that. Insert the source code, insert again, and insert, insert. As you can see here, it's defined the executor service. The executor service actually is a thread pool, right? Define the um, single thread executor, and we will submit callable. A callable will be um, retains the re, 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 retains the calls the supplier get method actually will be execution and block the critique statement at the moment. But the execution service will um, be not synchronized with to execution, and will be retained intermittently. All right, but you can see at here the source code calls the future get method and sets the timeout. That's why we will um, this method we will return intermittently after 2 seconds. Okay, so far as actually we can get some decision. We when we use assert timeout statement, actually uh, this statement will be execution as the same thread but synchronized way, right? Okay, we use assert timeout preemptively will be execution by another thread. Actually, it's the executor service and the callable interface and the future. Um, the timeout dependency on future get results by timeout away. All right. Or I think I'm already explained the timeout as the timeouts preemptively um, different inside the source code. Okay. See you next lecture.